Namaste again, my beautiful queens, kings, if any. Now I will show you another triplet. And I took 3 large decks. So why I choose it, why I do the decks? Because this way it is more personal for you. Instead of me just do 3 cards, this way it's more personal. So you choose your deck. The questions we are going to look in this triplets are such. This triplet called advice. This is your weakness. Number 2, this is your strength. And number 3, refuse from that. This is not working. Triplets are extremely informative because in answering one question, because this is your weakness, it can show you so many aspects. This is your strength, also can show you many aspects. There is no such thing as negative card. Even a negative card gives you the hints of what you can avoid doing to dramatically improve your life, whether in your love, whether in your life, in your career. So triplets, as I already done 2 of them, triplets are extremely informative, and as well they are very easy for those of you who don't do large spreads yet. You can do a triplet. I explained in my previous video, put 1 card to 1 position unless you don't understand completely the card, what this card tries to tell you. Clarify it with 1 more. Please do not put more than 2 cards to 1 position. Never do that, because it's gonna get you all confused and you're not gonna get no answers from that at all. So triplets advice. Deck number 1, the Dream Tarot from Ciro Marchetti. Deck number 2, the Star deck. And deck number 3, the Grand Lux from Ciro Marchetti. I have a weakness for Ciro Marchetti, but my most used deck in my private reading is Arcanum Tarot. So let us just go straight to it. Let us just start with the Dream Tarot from Ciro Marchetti. We will do the triplet. So card number 1, those of you who chose the deck number 1, we will start answering, just making sure I'm holding it in upright position. This is your weakness card number 1. Temperaments. So weakness of temperance is very interesting. Sometimes what do you see when you see a temperance card? It's you being too strict to yourself. You are thinking of everybody else but yourself. You forget about yourself most of the time. It's a temperance. It's being in the middle. You know, don't allow yourself too much laughter. Don't allow yourself too much dreams. Don't allow you keeping yourself being very strict, and this is your weakness. But at the same time, this is the card of the so-called the healer of the soul. This is card of art. This is a card of someone who helps and balances other people. You bring the feel of peace to other people. So this is also especially connected with the Aquarius, and connected with number 14 and number 25. This is the so-called golden middle. Astrologically also, it can be connected with the sun, with the moon and Venus, connected with Libra, connected with Aquarius, and with sometimes Virgo, Aquarius and Libra. So this is the in the position of your weakness. It's, you see, she's above the ground. She's above the ground, so she making this rainbow. She's holding the circle right here of the sun. There is the circle of the water, but I wouldn't say weakness, you know, if it's weakness, but in a position of weakness, you sometimes you balance others, but you are not balanced yourself. And very often, unfortunately, you get in a relationship with the wrong man. You are a powerful empath. So unfortunately, you get in wrong relationship, and then you are staying in such relationship, trying to balance, trying to heal, but unfortunately it's not happening. You are too strict to yourself. You need to balance you. You need to allow you joy, allow you happiness, allow you peace. Lots of things you try to do by yourself. You put too many things onto your shoulders, and you forbid yourself to live very often. You forbid yourself to experience something, you know, crazy, a little crazy, maybe just jumping on a bed and throwing pillows in somebody. Very often you are in conflict with yourself inside of you, and you need to learn to put you at the beginning, at the pedestal. You put it at a pedestal, not to be afraid of changes, not to be afraid of making a mistake, not to be afraid of disappointing someone. You need to put you at the center, because it's asceticism. You all know everybody must be taken care of but yourself. Second card, your strength. So this is your weakness, this is your strength. Oh wow, wow, what kind of unbelievable person you are, whoever chose card number 1. We are having 2 major arcanas, 2 cards only, and 2 major arcanas already here. So your strength is, you are creative, you are the empress, the goddess of the earth. So the empress, your strength is, she is a goddess of life, goddess of life, of springtime, of the harvest, springtime, summertime, autumn, harvest. She's holding a baby. You see, she's holding a golden baby in her arms. So your strength is your true feminine power in you, and your strength is enormous ability to grow. You're extremely creative. You possess the energy of creation. You possess the wisdom. You possess the emotional power, the power to love, the power to heal, the power to be loved. Plus, you are very beautiful. Also, of course, as a mother, you are a quintessence of the best of the mothers out there, because you intuitively can decide the right thing. You can create this world. You are generous. You are kind. So this is your strength. But please balance your earthy and non-earthy into one. This is amazing card. You can realize into the 3D dimension any most amazing dreams and ideas, because this is your strength. And we will do the third card on position. Refuse from this. Oops, my goodness. I am dropping everything. Refuse from this. Okay. Refuse from this. There is a 4 of Wands. We see the door. You are standing at this door, and you are afraid to walk into that door. somehow also you have very strange fear in you. And this showed in the weakness in the temperance. To shine the brightest. Refuse from fears. Refuse from them. Because you can achieve anything you want. But just please walk through this door. And another thing right here. If you are in a relationship where you had a lot of hope, where you have a lot of dreams, and unfortunately your dreams, or romantic type of dreams, did not come true, you need to walk through the door to your new life and lock this door behind you. If you are in unhappy romantic relationship, those relationship you have to refuse from. This is all for you, my beautiful queens who chose deck number 1. Deck number 2 was a 2 star deck. One of the most beautiful decks I had seen in my life, being honest with you, is this deck, star deck. Your weakness. What is your weakness? Even if it's a very strong card, it can be your weakness. You know, Emperor is very strong, but his weakness is that he does not show his feelings. This is your weakness. Judgment, you see. Judgment. How powerful are my queens who are watching this video? You see, major arcana. So it even tells you even in the do you see this card? Even in the name of it, judgment, it already shows your weakness. You are very often judgmental, and even if it's fair, but at the same time, it's mostly about yourself. So you are a very ancient soul. You are someone who, there is a nickname for this card called the Gate of Karma. You are this someone who comes into the life of people to change their life, to teach them the lessons, whether good lessons or not. Connected with number 20 and 31. This is the card of awakening and transformation and awakening. So this is in a position of your weakness. It can be only weakness if you are refusing somehow from that transformation or awakening, if you are stuck in the old paradigm somehow. And please, you have to pay attention if you are in this is a card of marriage. Unfortunately, please pay attention if you are in very unhappy marriage. If you are in very bad marriage or relationship, but this is, as I said, a card of marriage, and you are afraid to leave because of possible problems, of possible issues you might have with life or with money. This, you must do it. This is also, you could be hesitant about changes in your life, because this is a card of changes. This is, you might not want the changes to come. You might be scared of changes. The Judgment is calling. You see, the old life or in physical dimension, when it ends, it calls you for life in spiritual realm. But you might, the transformation doesn't mean physical death, it means transformation. So some of you are trying to run from decisions, kind of like metaphorically saying hiding under the blanket. And you try to avoid deciding something, trying to avoid decisions and big actions. And this card tells you, yeah, time has come to decide. And these circumstances are not going to change by themselves until you make those steps. You are being cowardice, you are being, weak, and you are not allowed to be weak, because you are the soul which had thousands of lives in different dimensions, in different lives, in different circumstances. You have already seen it all and done it all. And judgment, you have no right to be weak. You are the one who holds this secret. You are the change. Your nature is the change. Your nature is freedom. You are like the wind. You cannot be locked in a cage. You need to see the truth, to admit the truth, to follow the call of your soul, because it's changing of paradigm, changing of way of your life. Transform yourself, and then your surroundings is gonna transform. You cannot run away from this, because this is making you very weak. Okay? Now, what is your strength? What is your strength? Five of Wands. Amazing cards, the Star deck. Look at these two cards, and your strength is coming beautifully together with the first card as your weakness. You are not a coward. Not at all. Not at all. Especially if you are connected with fire signs, because these are Wands. And what you must understand, that your strength is being able to do what you believe, being able to win if you follow your heart and soul call, if you're not afraid of conflicts. This is your strength. If you have to, in order to follow the judgment, to have to see someone resisting your ideas, your strength is not just to win, but to make others respect your ideas. And you know how to protect what you believe in and protect what you want. You are also very smart. This is your strength. And in career, you can be victorious, but if you follow your calling. Don't be afraid of the fight, this card tells you. You are strong and you will win. Don't be afraid of the fight. Don't be afraid of resistance. You have very strong willpower. You can win, and you will win if you don't hide under the blanket, hiding from problems. Also, you are an amazing leader. Not only you can lead yourself forward, you, look at this card, you can lead others. You can lead others as well, even if the old paradigm is going to resist you. You can bring the new. You can bring your dreams come true. Yes, there are going to be obstacles. Yes, there are going to be those who are going to try to stop you. They must not ever stop you or slow you down. You are the judgment. and you will win. And it's not going to be a very hard fight. This is not 5 of Swords. This is 5 of Wands. It's pretty easy. Your victory is going to be yours. Third, refuse from this. Refuse from, why is that again? What I told you here. I told you that some of you could be either in unhappy relationship right now or in unhappy marriage. You are trying your best and pulling, probably you know something about your partner, or you found out something about your partner that you don't want to believe. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to see it. You kind of hiding under the blanket and think that somehow it's going to change. Refuse. If you are, for those of you, please take what resonates, but if you are in an unhappy relationship or unhappy marriage, refuse from the idea that miraculously it's gonna work out by itself and everything is gonna be good. It's not. This is unfortunately refuse from it. We are having the 4 of Wands as next to these 2 cards as the romantic expectations which didn't come true, and you need to refuse from it. Time, the person, if your question was about the person, unfortunately that person is not going to give you the joy and happiness you are dreaming about by the 4 of Wands. You need to become free from this person and this relationship in order to open the door for another one who will bring your dreams come true. Because if you are hiding and scared of changes and hiding from refuse something what is not working, unfortunately the balance is not gonna come and transformation is not gonna happen. So you need to refuse from any either relationship or marriage which became a misery for you, because it's not gonna resolve by itself. That you need to refuse from, hoping it's gonna somehow be good. This, my beautiful queens, everything about card number 2, deck number 2, and we're taking right now deck number 3. I'm out of coffee. All right. So, advice. This is, again, this is deck number 3, the Tarot Grand Locks. This is your weakness. This is your weakness. So, we are having, am I holding it? I'm going to put it in upright position. So, your weakness, 2 of Pentacles. Juggling, trying to hold too many things. If you are in a third-party relationship, because this is a third-party relationship, again, I'm not talking about specifically relationship here, but if you are juggling, if you are in third-party relationship, the first card says this is your weakness, so this is your weakness, because the person is playing with you, juggling 2 partners, and with no, unfortunately, deep feelings, and not going to do anything about it. So for those of you who are, pay attention, please. Now, again, if we're not talking about relationship, what is your weakness is that you are trying to hold everything under their control, and the more you're trying to hold everything under control, the more difficult it is becoming. So you feel absolute lack of energy. You feel anxiety. You feel more and more tired because of so many things you are trying to accomplish right now is some of you have the of course it's natural world events, but some things for you stopped and you are trying to find the way out of it. Also some of you are completely entangled with all kind of information which can be different, so you are not satisfied with the situation. You became sad, you became depressed, you have to show everybody else and people around you that everything is fine, everything is all right, but it's a bluff. Things are not all right, and you might have financial problems right now trying to put the ends meeting, and probably some of you are having some debt, so you're really trying to juggle million things at the same time, and this became your weakness, so you need to calm down, center yourself, and just, you know, stay still and or meditate or something like this. You need to calm down, because when you are like this, it's not gonna be resolved. What is your strength? There's third deck. Okay, look what just fell out. You are very strong. You are the strongest, but you are a control freak, people. Control freak, magician. I'm a magician. Everything is under my control. Everything is under my control. I have 4 elements here. I have fire, water, earth, and air. I am a magician. But you are very strong. But you must understand, not everything you can control, and some things are uncontrollable. So you need to just learn a little bit to go with the flow. But you are extremely strong. A magician, you are strong-minded. You're strong spiritually. You have unbelievable independent spirit. So I couldn't even imagine if you're in third-party relationship. But a magician who lets somebody manipulate, magician, give me a break. I don't even know how the hell it happened to you. You know how to control yourself and other people. It's amazing that magician only becomes scared when he can't control, but pretty much it is an incredibly powerful person. Being honest with you, there is nothing magician cannot do. There is no mountain magician cannot achieve. But he can be manipulative a little bit, because that's a magician. The magician makes everyone obey. Whether, you know, whether being sweet or being strict. But you are very strong, of course. You are very strong, but please learn to turn on a high priestess in you, and please try not to consider your opinion the only right opinion under the sun, because it's your strength, but here we have your weaknesses, 2 of Pentacles. So my advice to you, even though this is very strong, sometimes you're so controlling that you're blocking the energy which usually naturally are flowing through you. And even magicians sometimes under such circumstances can become lost and not knowing what to do. But you have to know that magician strength is intuition. Of course, this is why he's magician. Try not to be selfish and egocentric. Sometimes magicians do it like it's my will or my way or highway. Try not to use weaknesses of other people. Try not to be too dominating, unless, of course, if it's third-party relationship. As I said, I cannot imagine you being in it, so just cut it out and be done with it. So the third part, the third card, the last one, refuse from this. If you want things to be perfectly fine, refuse from this. And we are having 5 of Wands in reversed position. So there was some fight. Yeah, listen, stop fighting. Whatever you were fighting, Five of Wands in reversed position, there was a fight. Whatever you fight for, it was in relationship or it was in not relationship, but in reversed position, this is a risk of in the fight you are having to get unexpected hit with a knife into your back. This is intrigues. This is problems, could be with the law. This is someone playing. Think about it. I am sure when I'm talking, you know what I am talking about, because each one of you has your own situation. So lots of things you were fighting for, lots of arguments, lots of you know, running errands 7,000 at a time, and it's a fight, it's a competitors. Again, some of you could be in third party. If you are, just live it up. If this never is not connected with a third party, there was or is a conflict you are having. Whatever conflict you are having, whoever you are having this conflict, try to completely walk out of this situation, because unfortunately it's gonna bring you more stress and more anxiety and more things like this. Also, this could be connected at such simple thing as something was postponed. It could be postponed event, or even, you know, exam in the university. Now, another thing, if someone criticizing you and that is destructive, unfair critiques, this card tells you don't pay attention to that. Do not pay attention to that. If you were supposed to sign a contract with somebody and something had to be solved, unfortunately, it tells you it's not going to be solved. Unfortunately, whatever it is, whatever fight you are having right now, refuse from it, because it's not just gonna work. So whatever your situation is, refuse from that. But your strength is the magician, and magician intuitively know what is right, and are you gonna be victorious in anything if you follow your intuition, unless your ambitions more of your intuitions. This is all about this triplet. I hope it was helpful. I am wishing you all the best. Namaste.